This week's DIY is this Gucci inspired Father's Day Dollar Tree jewelry holder or storage container for that gentleman in your life that deserves something glamorous. So we're going to start by using these Google search images that I printed out at Staples, and I just simply put the box on top, the storage container on top. I trace with a pen and then I cut it out. I then use some Mod Podge to glue the sides. Then I use some brown, black, and gold paint, and I covered the top of the box like that using a sponge brush. The paint is just to cover the edges. So this is what we have so far. It's not going to stay like this, so darlings, relax. The paint is just to cover the edges. We're going to use this little thin brush with some of that same gold paint, and I am taking that brush with that gold paint and I am covering the sides of that round mirror. Now that round mirror right there is the exact same size as my Gucci logo that I printed out at Staples after I saved the image to my phone. Then here, after I cut out that image and I already covered this piece with some Mod Podge, going from left to right, and then once it was dry, from top to bottom, to give it the look of leather. Now here you can see the drawer already has the pieces of that printed paper on all sides. I already used the Mod Podge on it, and now I'm taking that same thin brush with some of that same gold paint, and I am just lightly, as you can see here, just lightly, and then I'm trying to remove some of the paint off just to give it a touch, like you can see right there. And I'm just showing you that I already used the Mod Podge on this piece. I put the pieces of the printed out paper, and then after I used the Mod Podge and I put the paper on top, then I came and I covered the entire thing with some Mod Podge, and I used the sponge brush and I went from left to right, and I made sure that it was completely and smoothly covered. Then after that got dried, I went from top to bottom, and it gave it a look of leather. That's what I did, and then as you can see, I did it all the way around. I'm doing the same thing with the gold on those edges of that Gucci logo, just to give it that little touch of glare or glimmer or whatever it's called. I call it glam. And trust me and believe that some men do like their glam pieces. And this is going to be a one of a kind. Actually, this is a one of a kind. So after I'm done doing this and this gold is dried, I'm going to go over it once more with the sponge brush and some more Mod Podge, just to give it that protective coating. Here is the type of gold paint that I used for this piece. I purchased it at Hobby Lobby, and that's the price, and that is the brush that I used. Now I'm taking some strong adhesive. It doesn't matter what kind of strong adhesive you use. You can use whatever brand you like. This is the one that I'm using, and I'm going to put it all the way around the bottom of the mirror, and then I am going to put it on top of that box that I painted. I didn't show it here, but I also did use some hot glue to give it a quick hold while the strong adhesive glue dried. Now I'm taking that same strong adhesive and I am going to put some on the bottom of that round mirror, and then I'm going to place that round mirror on top of the square mirror. On this piece, I did not use no hot glue. The bottom of this drawer isn't painted yet, but I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the top of the drawer. I'm going to use the brown mixed in with a little bit of black and then some dry brush technique on top of that with the gold paint because it makes it look pretty. Now here I am taking some of this green duct tape that I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and these are washi tapes that I also purchased from the Dollar Tree a while back. I'm going to use the red washi tape and I'm going to create that same look that is on that Gucci logo, the green with the red on the box, all the way around the box. And I'm just measuring the width that I have to cut that duct tape out so that it matches the width on the logo. And that's all that I'm doing. Here I'm using a razor, and I'm using the razor so that it helps me cut around the edges of that handle. And you really don't have to do this. I kind of changed my mind after I did it. I should have just tried to make the tape take the shape of that handle, but I cut it, and then I just cut little thinner strips to go on both sides of that handle. But you, like I said, if you don't want to, just make the tape on that handle part, just take the shape of the handle. If you use the duct tape like this, by measuring one of the sides of the box at a time and then cutting the duct tape to the width that you want it, it'll be so much easier for you. From this one strip, I continue to cut the width, and I use that one strip to go all the way around the box. So if you do it like this instead of how I did it on the other side, you will save yourself time and a headache. Once you've put the green duct tape all the way around the box, starting with the lid first, then you're going to take the red washi tape and you're just going to put it in the middle of the green duct tape, and you're going, as you can see here, I'm doing the lid, I'm cutting off the ends of it, and now I'm going to start doing the box, and I am just going to do that all the way around, making sure that it is centered in the middle of the green duct tape to give it that Gucci look to it. Once you're done doing this step and you have the two tapes together, the green in the bottom and the red in the middle of the green, you're going to use some Mod Podge to seal this in, and you're going to use the Mod Podge with a sponge brush. Here I'm just taking that logo and I am going to use some Mod Podge to glue it on that mirror. And so far, this is what we have. Now I'm going to take some of this candy apple red acrylic paint, and I am going to paint that handle in the middle. where the washi tape wasn't placed on, so that it brings it all together and that handle doesn't look out of place by it being clear. And after you're done doing this, you can also put a coating of Mod Podge to protect it. At the end, we're going to cover the whole entire piece with Mod Podge. Now I'm taking some strong adhesive and I'm going to put these little pro protectors, and they're like made out of felt, and they're so that furniture doesn't scratch the floor, or a piece such as this doesn't scratch a table where you're going to be displaying it, or your dresser. And I purchased these from Walmart, and they do have a sticky backing, but I don't want to risk the fact that the sticky backing may come off if the weather is humid, and that's usually what happens. I'm not using hot glue, I'm just using the strong adhesive. And here you have it. This is the whole entire piece, and it looks fabulous. What do you guys think? I know that I like it, and I was so surprised as to how it came out, because I didn't think it was gonna come out this nice. Thank you all so much for watching.